read should read as modified. So he wants to allow reconstruction of a small home on a lot that's less than 5,000 square feet.
Right.
Without the need for a variance. Is that's where you're going?
But, I mean, we still need to make these fire resistant houses.
Right, I thought fire setbacks it's not a giant expense. I lived in a zero lot line house for a while in Las Vegas. And I always wondered why there was no windows or doors on that side. So I had to answer your question a few days ago.
So how you want your motion to read that?
Yeah, this would apply only to pre-existing structures that are on these small lots, shotgun houses, more or less.
I'll second his motion.
I have a question. So, with that motion reading, if there was a house there, you could tear it down and put a mobile home on it? That's what I understand. How do we exclude putting a mobile home? How do we make it with a motion so they have to be?
That's where Brad would come in, I think, and say no, because you can't make your mobile home.
We actually, there's actually an NRS where we have to recognize a mobile home as real property, and in a residential zone, if they convert it from personal property to real property. And we have an ordinance that's based on that NRS. The only thing we don't have on it is the color of the mobile home.
Just for clarification, so what you're saying is if you have a 2,500 foot lot, you put a foundation on the lot, you can then place a mobile home on that foundation, and it will be considered a residence, not a mobile home.
It becomes real property.
Okay.
If it's on a 5,000 square foot lot, the way it's worded now,
Okay.
if it's on a 5,000 square foot lot.
Does the NRS define the word resident as something other than a mobile home? I know.
Yes. There's a different NRS that actually, I think it's more, it's dwelling than it is residence.
What I'm wondering is if you could use words here for residence that would exclude moving the mobile home onto the property without converting it.
If we left it as if we left it as still being able to build up a variance, then we would keep control of what buildings put on there.
Yeah, and I think when you say the word building, it implies that you're going to build a stick-built
Didn't
house.
you use the word reconstruct? Would that suffice what you're talking about?
Would the structure still have to
Instead
meet
of
the setbacks?
base reconstruct?
Fire code would
We
make
can
that.
get variances for the setbacks, but that would entail making a fireproof. Tell me if I'm right with that. I don't want to.
That's the whole idea of this, I think is what Councilman Lay's getting at, is that we would basically be doing away with the setbacks. You only have 25 feet. And I think in Central Levy, or Eastview, I think there's some lots that are 32 and a half feet, or 37.
35.
So they got some, they got some oddball shaped lots, and they're usually on the corners. So we got the same situation. So yeah, if they came in and applied for a variance, the variance would be the setbacks. It wouldn't be for the house. It would be for it would be for the setbacks that we have in place right now. Like in an R250, which is right here, 5 feet and 10 feet. We'd be saying, okay, we're going 2 feet on this side, 3 feet on this side.
Mr. Mayor, just in order to accomplish where I think you're going, what if you did change your motion, amend your motion to read, motion to direct the building department to create a protocol that would allow reconstruction of a home on a lot less than 5,000 square feet without the necessity of a variance. And that way you can look at the protocol and approve the plan from the building department. I think that probably gets you where you want to go. It also satisfies the need to comply with the NRS and the zoning rules.
So moved. I'm not going to try to repeat it.
You got that? You got that? Okay, we have a second on this.
Although Councilman Johnson second for.
No, be on second.
Okay, all right.
Sam's awfully quiet. And with that, we'll open this for this item. Legal item for public comment.
Can I go? Go down to Central Ely and look at the situation down there on all the trailers and stuff. It's absolutely destroyed the values of the homes around them. So this should be strongly considered a pass. Go down in that area and it's unreal. It's fire hazards down with the old trailers and stuff. I mean, it's just horrible, you know. So to increase not only the value of the homes around them, but the safety issue on top of that. Allow them to put homes on the as country.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate Mr. Lee putting this on because you can't make anybody's property worthless. As long as they meet the fire code, that should be it. In the older parts of town, where you have less than 5,000 square feet, you folks are selectively enforcing laws. Some are telling you can't build. Some are saying that even though you had a structure on there before, being an RV or a modular home, you moved it off, you can't bring another one on when others in the past did it on a regular basis. You can't freeze people out for making money off of the property. You're taxing them on value. And when there is no value, you should be collecting no tax. In my particular area, I bought a couple of lots, older homes, tore them down. Initially, to get some of the monies back, you would rent, I would, to an individual who works at the mine, has an RV. Those people take care of their homes. There are those that don't. But if they're not taking care of them, it's because you folks are failing to do your job in having performance at a given level. Making people's property worthless is not your damn job. We need to step forward. I don't think we need to do anything special. Allow people to build within the parameters of whatever property they have. The minimum 5,000 square foot was created basically for new property. You had 5 acres, the least amount you could cut that property down to was 5,000 square feet. Not a problem. That's great. If you want to do that or more and the property is available, fine. But don't make those people in the older communities all of a sudden go without. I've been 2 years, and I'm madder than hell. Why am I mad? Because within that same area, you have some people that don't have one structure on their property, they've got numerous. And yet your building inspector doesn't see a damn thing. The discrimination's got to stop, folks, or there's going to be ramifications. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Justice. Anybody else for public comment? If there's no other public comment, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Go on to the next one. Number 6, Councilman Lewis, the second possible action consideration to reimburse 1/2 of landfill structure disposal fee to property owners who rebuild on the same lot within 1 year. I had Brad Christensen do a report on this all came up with one of those alphabet meetings. What's it called? The CD joint meeting or something like that?
Yeah.
And one of the people there was saying it cost them more to tear the house down than it did to buy the house in the first place. And I'm thinking, well, if the house is $30,000, a little tiny house or something like that, maybe not even believable. Our landfills are $30,000. George is over there shaking his head.
That was your old landfill supervisor.
Yeah. Well, the price would be about $400. They keep forgetting to bring in the construction. The guy that tears the house down gets paid too. And the landfill fees usually work out around $400 or $500 on average, right?
Yeah, I think if you probably balance it all out, that sheet that's in there is actually from 2002 all the way to 2013. BJ put this together, and you can kind of see these are. I mean, mean, these are hard numbers, these are actual buildings that actually have come down, and these are the fees, the cubic yards, how much they charge per cubic yards that was calculated, and then the amount they paid the actual
These
land.
are actual places in the last couple of years, few years, whatever it is.
Yeah,
And, so it's not $30,000 or $40,000 in land fees.
no.
It might be $400 or $500, maybe it's $600, but it's, you do have to pay maybe $30,000 for a construction guy to go in there and tear the house down and haul it there. But that wasn't mentioned, and a lot of people gasped, including myself, thinking, good Lord, all landfill fees can't be that much. Well, they're not. So this is one of the things, and I know Randy was there, we talked about it, and I made sure you got the report by the way. And, but still, as far as what you're doing here, if they want to go along with that, that's fine too. I have no problem. Anything you want to say?
I call it throwing the people a bone, because after I've seen the real figures on how much it costs to demo a structure, especially the structures that are on these small 2,500 square foot lots, we're down to the bottom range there. It's probably going to be, what, $300-$400, right?
Yeah.
Add on $90 permit, and you're up to about, say, $500. And in response to EDC saying, gee, why can't the city, give us a break on the landfill fees? I said I would bring it up to go ahead and give them back half if they build a new structure within a year. And what we're really giving them back is about $200 to $300. So it's not a big amount of money, but it's kind of like, it sounds good at first. People are going to say, oh, well, I'm going to get some of my money back.
I have no problem with it. It urges people to tear down an old place and go into the place.
The problem I have is a percentage. I think it should be 100%. If somebody tears down a structure and within a year is going to build a new structure, it's to the city's benefit in multiple ways to not charge them to take it to the landfill. They're going to first they're going to build a new building, their taxes are going to go up. The city is going to have a better appearance. It's not much money, as this shows. Why just let them? Give it to them
I
free.
haven't made a motion yet, so Dale, go for it.
I make a motion that we reimburse 100% landfill structure disposal fees to property owners who rebuild on the same lot within 365 days.
I second it.
Second, any other discussion? Public comment?
I just thought of one. What are the ramifications if they don't build within a year?
They don't get their money back.
So you would.
We already have the money.
So you
get the money up.
So you would just reimburse them.
No, we wouldn't reimburse them. They're going to pay us.
Yeah, it's consideration to reimburse. That means
Okay.
if they don't, we don't have to go track them down and say you owe us the money. They have to track us down and then we say, well, you didn't build anything.
So in other words, you would charge them and less fee and then you reimburse.
And then pay it back if they just want to. Mr. Jackson?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Once you set your fees, just leave it at that. These rebuilds, I don't know why you guys are doing that. Your fees are too high to begin with. If that's what you need to get by for that particular entity, being the landfill, fine. When I was mayor, I took the demolition permit down from several $100s because the building department was charging per square footage as if they were building new, and then he was also doing the same thing in surmising what the square footage was a house and charging for dead air. The only thing they should have been charged for was the $6.50 per cubic yard, which the council at that time, and to this day, you folks, have agreed to. Whatever goes through that gate is $6.50 a cubic yard. It's a fair and reasonable charge, and everybody should pay. Whether you're building new, you're tearing down old, whatever the case may be. Stick to one standard and quit changing it at the whim of whoever. We need fair fees. We can't stand these wide swings. The community is down to 4,000 plus people, 4,200 maybe. You want to encourage people? Quit burying us in regulations. We're not going anywhere. If you think we are, better take a hard look. If you have trouble looking, let me help. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Judge. Anybody else for public comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're on to number 7. Mayor, into the attorney Sears. Discussion possible action approval of first reading of ordinance 663, bill number 2013-09, ordinance setting forth collection procedures for the past due water, sewer, and landfill fees.
Just a straightforward ordinance, I left the lien amount and the lawsuit amount at blank 99, so that you could set whatever number you pleased in there, whether it's 199, 299, 399 for lien, and the same thing with respect to the lawsuit. So you tell me when you want me to sue, you tell me what number you want me to lien at. Before I will set up a computer program so that I get a list, we automatically generate a lien and we will file it. Pretty straightforward. The only thing that I did that was a little bit different with respect to the lawsuit was because at the current time you have an independent contractor as your attorney. I provided that you could charge and collect attorney's fees for those lawsuits. If you have an attorney who is an employee, you would not be able to do that. But since you have currently, and you may well have in the future, independent contractors would be able to ask the court for attorney's fees and receive them. So that was the only glitch that I threw in there, just because of the oddity of your current situation, which may become a regular situation.
My suggestion was that $9.99, you slap a lien on the property. At $19.99, $2,000, you have to take it to court. I think before that it's a little too much. They could, well, once they get to 2,000, you just got to take it to court. And we have something like Jennifer for $175,000, $200,000 in outstanding.
12,000 in outstanding on bills.
And I know some of the argument is, yeah, but most of those are fees, but we had a 30-day, and then we extended to 30 more days, and I'm sure more than 6 or 7, 8 people came in and paid it off penalty free. All they had to do was pay what they owed, and they wouldn't take us up on it, only a few of them out of quite a few. And there's a number of them down at the door for $2,000. I don't know if it's somewhere in 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 that are 2,000 plus. And so I think we should have a guideline in our ordinance. We have an attorney here that will take them to court. And I think we should be fair to the people. If they get a lien against their house of $1,000, they're going to think about it. Well, at $2,000, they're going to sue me. And they got to take care of it. We've tried the other way. And that my suggestion would be $9.99 and $19.99. Any other discussion? Any motion?
Those two numbers seem right.
That's your call.
Okay.
You get to pick those. That's above my pay grade.
Mine was just a suggestion.
Make a motion there?
I'll make a motion that we accept this with $9.99 and $19.99. 2 blanks there.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any public comment? No public comment? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Take care of somebody's outstanding bill. Okay, number 8, City Council, Public Works Director Jenkins, discussion possible action, consideration of a revised excavation permit. What is this all about? Ron, where are you at?
I'm going to ask them to table this
I don't want to take it.
because we haven't rewritten the document.
Yeah, I don't think the utility board.
Yeah.
The utility board next month and then back.
Yeah.
I move the table.
Second.
All in
Okay, I've been evaluating this, and I think this would make it a stronger department of two in the parks, two in the cemetery. And if we combine the departments, you have four, or we can gang up on the cemetery and the parks, different parts of it.
Right now, we have Brian Raymond is the supervisor of the cemetery. And as of before last meeting, Mike Craycraft, which is the supervisor, eliminated that post. Not the job, he still has a job. Brian would be the same way, he'd still have a job. But it would be the supervisor, then would be the public works director.
Correct.
And you coordinate the two. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a good idea. I think we need to, I make a motion and instruct Ron to come back with a,
I don't know, but it sounds pretty good.
I did. No. Plan.
Yeah, isn't that consistent with the direction we were headed there with the reorganization?
With a plan written out on, how you want it set up, and then we can vote on it.
Let's structure. Is that what the structure is? You have a second on that?
I'll second it.
Bruce, did you get over there? Which one got it? Oh, okay. Any public comment?
There's no document to look at.
Okay. There's no public comment. There will be that. Frank?
Right now, is everything is being maintained properly as it can be for Heritage Winter. But there's not a replaceable person at this moment, Brian Bainbridge, and his ability to maintain that cemetery and the burials and stuff. Nobody realizes how deep that is. When we're providing maps and location of burials and stuff, is years to come. So, who would be the supervisor over the whole thing? Well, he's the public works director, so naturally he would be in control.
Brian's job is subject.
Yeah.
Brian would still be, but it says he'd be a supervisor.
Okay.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 10, Councilman Sutherland. Discussion possible action consideration to approve plans for a new cemetery reception office and or direct completion of said plan.
This has been going on since the end of June, and we finally have a plan for the cemetery reception office. And I'm looking to get this approved by the council so that we can submit it to the different contractors so we can get this thing going. It's already been budgeted.
What's the square footage of the building itself?
It's 14, so.
Is it 12 by 15?
Those drawings that you're looking at right there, those right now have been accepted by the fire marshal. I talked to him today. He's going to let the local jurisdictions, so myself, as well as the ED Fire Department, do the fire line safety. So that'll save some time on getting this thing up and running.
This, Eric Grisby, does it?
It'd be just like a window unit, really.
Oh, so it doesn't put out heat?
No, it would have two Marley heaters, like the ones that are inside City Hall now, that are flush mounted as well. And then it'll have, we have conduit running underground, one with electrical and one with phones and internet. So in case in the future they want to hook internet into it, it would be available.
I personally want to thank Bradford for coming up with this. Something we've been waiting for.
With our budget item, it doesn't have to be a bid item, it has to be a control item. Shouldn't be less than over. It's under, we have budgeted only 50,000, so it comes under that.
I don't remember what it was. It was less than, I want to say it was around 30,000.
So we definitely don't have to go to bids, we can get to see.
Yeah.
What's your question?
We
Are
don't
you
have a
question the price of what this building is expected to be, or are you asking the price of?
No,
No,
no, what we budgeted is less than the amount we need to go to bid. So if it came out, if the quotes came out more than what we have, we'd have to do it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, who's going
If the
to-
quotes came out more than you have,
We can't go to
you
bid.
can't construct it. But the price, I believe, is below the threshold where you have to publicly advertise.
That's what
You could go out and seek
We can seek
multiple
multiple.
proposals from certain
That's right.
contractors.
So we can just go find the contract.
We asked a whole bunch and then they want to give us a proposal.
Okay.
I move we accept this design and seek contractors to give us prices on their plans.
Any public comment? No public comment at all, Frank? Okay.
What is the location? Where do you intend to build?
At the cemetery.
Okay.
No, I understand that, but I mean, the exact location, right next to the old?
No, it'll be about 12 feet off of the old building.
But what I almost know for sure, you're concerned about the sewer and water lines in the area?
That's why we moved the building.
Well, they're right there by the building.
That's why we moved the new building away from the old building.
Yeah,
Not to,
yeah, they're right there by the building. So, what I'm trying to think about is using more space, and don't you never leave them vacant space, or would you build it,
Frank, we moved the building away from the water and sewer line that was run there. So we won't be right next to the building.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Number 11, Councilman Westland, discussion possible action, consideration to contract with Schilling, how do you say that? Randy?
Sterling,
So Sterling, I'm thinking of the second one.
codifier.
Codifier, okay. To make Ely City codes available online.
I move we table this till Councilman Westland can do it.
Second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And number 12, Councilman Westland, discussion possible action, consideration to amend Ely City Code 1-6E-4 term, removal of Director of Public Works to comply with NRS 266.200 and NRS 266.415.
This is what we did with the city clerk.
Correct.
So I would move that we approve this action.
I'll say.
Any discussion? Public comment? We'll go public comment, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 13, Councilman Westland, discussion possible action, consideration to amend Ely City Code 1-6D-4 term, removal of city administrator to comply with NRS 266.200 and NRS 266.415.
Move we amend the city code to comply with NRS 266-200.
Second.
Any public comment on this? There's no public comment, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 14, Councilman Westland, discussion possible action, consideration to amend City Code 1-6B-4 term, removal of city treasurer to comply with NRS 266.200 and NRS 266.415.
Move we approve this amendment.
Second.
Any public comment on this? Public comment, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and public hearing's over with, so we'll go right to number 8, moving forward. Starting with Sam Hanson. Sam, what you got?
I have nothing new to report.
Sorry.
Randy?
We got our first about the highway road cleanup out there around the high school, and it went well. But Andrea said there was an awful lot of trash out there.
There was.
Anything else?
Oh, me?
Something you
So I want to just ask legal counsel a couple of questions. How have you thought anything with Carson's sewer project?
I'm in the project.
And how, have you done anything on the air emission request on Parker Street?
I haven't looked at that.
That's all I have.
Bruce?
No report?
Okay. Mayor's report. Since the last meeting, I approved the White Pine High School Student Council's request to close portions of Bobcat Drive from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on October 4th for the 2013 homecoming parade. The last meeting I missed because I was at the League of Cities, and they also had the the county League of Cities, you might say. And
Narcos, narcotics.
yeah, narcotics. I thought that's a good concept. There was the counties, the League of Counties, which is, they've only combined this about 3 times in the last 22 years. Of course, I had no idea what was going on when I got there. But it was a chance to get together with a lot of county people and all the city people, like the mayor's breakfast, and they talked about certain things, having a couple more meetings during the year. I got to hop up at the Rich and Famous. That means I had dinner with Lori Carson and Richard Howe. A few other county people that are way above us. And but it was all in all, it was a good meeting. It was all the way out. It was a very nice meeting. A lot of things. Ron, you were up there for one day for the meeting. Ron was up there for the meeting. So the city was represented. Okay, and despite what he says, Mr. Chatchis, Campton Street, what he was talking about earlier in the public comment, I have investigated. And
I'm running for the law.
that's why I'm saying without approving my report.
Why don't you repeat yourself, Mr. Mayor? I couldn't hear.
I have looked into it, Mr. Chatchis, and you've been told that if we've had reports and minutes, that you've been handed more than one.
No, no.
Everything is fine.
One more
It
time.
was in the minutes, Mr. Chatchis, more than a year ago. And so these things have been looked into, but of course, if you don't get the right answer, just keep asking and you will change.
You've been wrong before.
Okay, with that, I'll close my report, Mr. Chatchis. Agenda items for the next regular city council meeting. Any ideas now? Or? Bruce, you want this information when you're actually your investigation will look at it?
No, I looked at the price on
I don't know how to tell you right. All right, okay.
I appreciate you looking into it.
All right, look into it. Okay, and anything, nothing, you can take your concerns on the next agenda meeting to either council. We have a bunch of them now. And with that, I'll go to number 10 to adjourn.
I know.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thanks for having me.
It was a nice, I remember we supported it. It was in the Yes. Yes, sir. You know, I think we were both on the school district, on the veterans, on the banner. Sam got up, we will. Yeah, you're gonna have to. You don't stand there with the bottom line, you're not financially aligned. No, I'm not. You are right away rule. But so many people would think. Usually the scoring. Well, really, actually, what we want to do, if you want to start. We're gonna put it. I don't want to see, my wife did, she doesn't anymore. I have no way. But I know my personal relationship. All right, thanks.
Yep.
Should be in the package.
Well, how could it be in the packet? He brought it today.
Well, distribute it during the meeting.
I'm not interviewing you, George.
No, you gotta distribute it at the meeting.
Well, I know. I was just waiting for you to come and ask for it.
I didn't know you had it.
Well, he just.
He says the stuff that I gave you folks, so I'm assuming it was given to him earlier.
No.
We put it in office to vote. Right, but at least that way you made a full vote and everybody, and they understand the rationale why you're going to do it. Doesn't matter if you vote or not, unless you get into taxes. But as long as it's not getting taxes, it's no big deal. But, that's the way it's always moving forward. People want more.
Well, about the first meeting, I went to like a.
Oh, I see. No, it's okay. I'm leaving this.
Okay, see you.
Right, you see it. Or they see your own.
See you later.
So, if you just disclose, man, the best thing in the world is disclose. Tell the citizens what you have and why. Yeah, don't show stuff. Give them more information than they need. People will say, my wife did that. This one for the people. Maybe they need an experience of mine. Plan on it. Oh, it's no problem. You know, you can always do that too. More is better on the disclosure side. All right, thank you guys.
Well, thank you.
That's about
See you later.
Yeah.
See you grow your growth.
I will be free enough to come over and visit, but that's just been
Okay.
miserably.
Okay, now you've got my amendments that I've already done.
All right.
I didn't get home this morning until 1:30. Got the car unloaded at 1:45. Got to sleep at 2. Got up this morning at 5.
That amends all of those things.
This has been a Georgetown production.